Hello, welcome to allergy season. Just kidding, it's day in Ringlandia. But our allergies are kicking in, so if you hear any sneezing or coughing or sniffles, it's allergies. So anyways, the kids are going to be working on mixing some of the soil starter seed stuff with some water here, and then they're going to be transferring it into these trays while I go, whoops, I knocked my stand over, while I go over, sorry for the mini earthquake there for you, while I go over these seeds. Now, I am planning on doing a victory garden. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it. It's a World War II thing that people did to help feed people, basically. But, so anyways,
no, not yet.
Guys, what did I say?
Sorry.
So I've grown up with a garden, but ever since we moved in this house, I've done gardens, but it's mainly only been just so I can have some fresh vegetables during the summer. But this year I want to try to make it last throughout the year. So we got to do a much better job. Anyways, so I'm going to be, and so it's kind of like my victory garden. I am going to be showing you my seed haul. They're all kind of mixed and matched, and then I'll be showing you the seeds that my daughter is going to be doing in her herb garden. And
Okay.
yeah, so here it goes, and then we'll show you how we start our seeds too. You want them to see your hand? Yeah. All right, keep going. And the table that we're working at, people always wonder why it's so like destroyed and messy. Even though it's not like messy, it just has like paint everywhere on it. It's because we live here. So anyways, let's get into the seed haul, and sorry for the jumbleness of it all. So we have first, there you go, there's the sneezes I was talking about. We have our basic Roma Tomato. These are going to be good for making marinara sauce, tomato sauce, and just having good canned tomatoes, or frozen, you can freeze them. And so that's why I have those. But I'm probably not going to use very many of these throughout the summer, and I'm going to be saving these just for preserving for future use. Then I have these tomatoes. They're kind of like a cherry. Guys.
Sorry.
I'm going to be using these tomatoes. They're kind of like a cherry tomatoes. These are just for like snacking, putting in salads, nothing for preserving, just for fun. Then we have, let me see if I can find my other tomatoes.
FedEx.
Oh, I'm surprised somebody hasn't noticed it yet. If you start hearing barking, FedEx just arrived. So we have these tomatoes. These are an heirloom tomatoes. They are great for salsa. They are great for sandwiches. And just for fun. I love all sorts of different heirloom tomatoes, but we only have so much space in our small garden, so I'm only going to do one, and I guarantee you my dad's probably going to do some too. So we got these, and these I also can make to use to preserve for salsa in the future. And you can even use these to make marinara sauce as well. It's just going to be a little bit more liquidy.
Because they're a little liquidier.
And then I got these pumpkin seeds. They are winter luxury pumpkins. They have like a frosty, shimmery whiteness over the outside, so they look very pretty. And they're also very sweet. So not only are they going to be great for having around in the fall for decoration, but they're also going to taste really good. So whenever I am ready to, I can cut them up, bake them, make a puree out of their meat, and then I can either freeze it or can it. I'm probably going to freeze it because I don't have the right kind of canner for pumpkin, because you need a pressure canner, I believe, for doing pumpkin puree. So I'm probably just going to freeze it, and then I can have a whole bunch of frozen pumpkin puree that I can use throughout the year to either make pumpkin pie, or there's this baked oatmeal thing that I really like to make that has pumpkin in it, or even like a pumpkin Alfredo sauce tastes really good. So there's so many things that I'll be able to make with this, as well as have some really pretty pumpkins around that look shimmery and sparkly, because I am like the girliest girly girl, but realistically not. So I don't get dressed up and fancy all that often, but I love all things glitter, shimmery, pink, sparkles, all that kind of stuff. So of course I'm gonna get pumpkins that shimmer. And then we got oh so sweet watermelon. The watermelon that I did want to get was out of stock, so this was not, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be just as good, hopefully. I've never had success with watermelon though, so this is going to be one that we're going to start indoors to see if I can get it to germinate a little bit better than just planting it straight outside. But hopefully it's sweet enough, and I'm really surprised that Balto still has not recognized that FedEx is outside. But yeah, I went with a seeded watermelon because I just didn't want to mess with having to do a whole bunch of different ones, because if you get a seedless watermelon, you need to get a seeded watermelon as well, so they can do the horizontal macarena type of thing, you know what I'm saying?
Stop putting it all over my hands.
Yeah, so I just went with a seeded one, even though I do prefer seedless. Next we have wax beans, again something my husband will actually eat. And we can grow lots of these.
Okay,
grow
just put it in the bucket.
so well. Excuse them arguing right now. These grow really well, and you get so many seeds from one little bush. These are bush
now
beans.
Let's start mixing.
And they
Grow
grow a lot. There's a lot in one, so I won't have to plant too many of these, and I'll be able to get a lot that I can save, either freeze. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to freeze these too, because unless I get a pressure canner, which I might, I don't know, or I could borrow a pressure canner too. But either that or we'll freeze them. Then we got regular beans, because beans are that magical fruit that I love, and not because they make you toot. Anyways, I love beans. My husband does not like beans. Hey, can you guys? I really like beans. My husband doesn't like beans. He wants like these kind of beans. He likes green beans and these kind of beans, but not these kind of beans. He was the youngest of 6, so his family did all things casseroles, those easy, affordable foods, and beans just happen to be one of those. But I love beans. I do prefer black beans, but I didn't find any seeds for black beans, and I don't know if they can grow in our area that well. Not 100% sure. So we're just going with these. I heard these are really good and like a creamy bean. Hopefully I like them. And we'll see. They're also a bush bean, so we don't have to worry about making any pulls too much. And they'll be delicious, hopefully. I've tried these, I feel, but it's been a while, so I don't remember if I like them or not. But we're gonna grow them anyway. Then, I've never tried these before, but they looked very pretty. I don't know if you can see it that well. There you go. They are a runner bean, so these are not a bush bean. These are gonna grow up like a vine. And we are gonna put these in the background of my daughter's herb garden. And so we're gonna put an herb garden along our fence by our garden here. Is he still here? He's been sitting there for a while now. It's like 9 minutes. But we are gonna grow these along the fence, and then I'm also gonna put some something up against the fence too, so the fence can help support it, because the reviews on these said that they're very heavy, and you need to make sure whatever you're having the vine up is sturdy enough. So I think having something against the fence with the fence is going to make it sturdy enough, and then they're going to be very pretty. They attract lots of butterflies and hummingbirds. So I think that's going to be really neat to have.
And also I'm going to see a whole bunch of hummingbirds for my bird book. Probably.
And so we will be able to have lots of fun with these. Next, we'll go ahead and continue with the bean theme with our green beans. Also bush bean, also something my husband really likes, so yeah. Now,
Mommy, we want to Hissie's putting a water on it.
Yeah, that's good. You guys can start filling the trays up now, okay?
Okay.
Next, you can't see the picture, but it's a sugar snap pea. So I hope you guys know what that looks like because it's very common. But yeah, it's a sugar snap pea. I love these. My kids love these. My husband does not love these. So we're just gonna grow a few of them, not too many. Maybe we'll get enough to last us a while throughout the fall and winter, maybe, I don't know. But if not, it's not that big of a deal because I don't usually cook them that often anyway. And then we got some paprika peppers, which I'm excited for. So we'll be able to use these fresh. And then any extras we can hang and dry and make our own paprika powder with it, which will be fun. Then we got sugar buns corn, and I got this purely for the name because of sugar buns. So I'm sure it's gonna be good. Then we got a Hearts of Gold cantaloupe. I did not used to like cantaloupe. And then we have some friends that own a little farm stand type thing down the street. And their cantaloupe is so good. I don't know if it's something about the soil here, but it's so good. I've learned to love it, and now I need to have it every single year after having theirs. So I'm going to try to grow my own this year, and hopefully it's the same cantaloupe. I don't know though. Then we got some rainbow carrots. I don't know how well they grow in our area. We have very rocky soil, so they may not grow that well. I'm hoping they do. Our last carrots that I got did not grow very well at all.
This will take too long.
No, it won't. And I also got another carrot somewhere around here. Yes, Danvers carrots. These are meant to grow in very rocky soil. So if these don't really work out too well,
we're gonna have our rocky ones.
We'll have ones that are supposedly do well in rocky soil. So fingers crossed. Because last year our carrots were like this big because they just couldn't grow anywhere because there was rocks everywhere. So we're doing that. And now this one, I am so excited for. It is called strawberry spinach. And I don't know if you can see those berries there very well, but these have, you can eat the greens and they taste just like spinach from what the package says. I've never had them before, but I'm really excited to try them. And you can also eat the berry parts as well, or you can use them to make dyes. So I'm pretty excited to try these. And I don't know if they're like little flowers or actual berries. It's hard to tell from the picture, but I'm really excited to try it. And if anything, it's just gonna look really pretty. So I'm excited to see how these turn out.
Mommy, my hands are getting really dirty.
I know, but you still got a whole bunch to fill, so they're gonna stay dirty. Remember, you're gonna get a bath after this. Remember what I said? You get a bath and you get to play with your changing color Lightning McQueen. So keep filling them up. And then I got some zucchini because I love zucchini. I'm the only one in my family that eats zucchini, but luckily only one plant of zucchini could like feed a family of 4 forever. There's so much zucchini that you can grow from one plant as long as it's being pollinated properly. And I will show you how to pollinate it if you aren't getting any pollinators, but we'll have to wait till they grow for that. And then I got peaches and cream corn. And I got this because my dad used to grow this kind of corn. And I just remember him like bringing the corn in. This is peaches and cream corn.
That's my daddy.
No, it's your grandpa. So I am going to be growing that, and it's like a yellow and white corn, and it'll be nice, and I already know it tastes good. Then we're going to be doing some banana peppers. My husband absolutely loves banana peppers, and last year I did do banana peppers and jalapenos, but the late frost killed them all, and then I never went and got any more. And then my husband every day of the summer pretty much was like, where's my peppers? So we're gonna make sure we get these this year.
Without any late frost.
Hopefully. This year I might wait a little bit longer to put them out. And then again, we got our jalapenos. You can see the picture there, jalapeno. Everyone should know what they look like. And then I got some cucumbers. My kids call these cookies. So we love cucumbers here. I don't know if I'm actually going to make pickles with them though, because I'm not a huge fan
of
pickles that are not ballastic. So I don't know if I'm going to try. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. And then I got a lettuce mix. I'm not a huge fan of lettuce mixes, but this was all I could find that wasn't sold out of where I was shopping. So at the time, they might have some more now, but I figured why not? I don't really like lettuce mixes just because we get lots of weeds here, and I can't always tell which is a weed and which is the lettuce because I don't know what kind of lettuce is gonna pop up, so I don't know what to look for necessarily. I mean, they do list, but you don't always know. Then I think the rest of this is my daughter's herb garden stuff. And so we are doing echinacea. It's a cone flower, and it should, these are gonna have like immunity benefits that you can make teas with, or they're just gonna be very pretty flowers to have in your yard. And then we got chives, and I got the kind with the flowers on them because why not?
They're pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty. And then we got French thyme. Hyssop. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's Hyssop. And they also looked very pretty, and I forget. These also had some benefit to it. I don't remember.
Maybe it's a
respiratory. Oh, respiratory. So like if you have a cold, this would be good to make into a tea. So we can dry these out and have them for in cold and flu season. Then we got lemon balm. Again, more than one uses that you can use them for. Can't remember exactly. And then chamomile, which I really want. I don't necessarily remember to buy chamomile tea when I'm at the store, but there are so many nights in the evening in the wintertime where I'm just like, I want a warm drink, but I don't want coffee because I don't want to be up, because I want to relax and be able to go to bed nice and cozy and warm. And I really would like some chamomile tea, but I always forget to buy chamomile tea. And so I figured, why not just grow our own? And these will come back year after year, so once you plant them once, you're good to go.
Yeah, you just gotta keep planting them good.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, they stay.
Ah.
They come back year after year.
Well, you just gotta keep taking good care of them.
Yeah. All right, so now I was gonna walk you through. So what I realized when I went to go get those black trays that I showed you earlier, and like these kind of pots, price gouging this year is a thing. They're pretty expensive. So I was going to show you some ideas in case you don't want to spend a bunch of money trying to get these in those black trays. You can always repurpose containers. So this is an old cottage cheese container that I've been saving, and so you can drill out holes in the bottom, get like a plate or a cookie sheet tray, put it on top so that way if water drips out the bottom, it's not going to mess up anything else in your house. Or you can take an old milk carton container thing, cut the bottom off and use the bottom to plant your seeds. Save the top, and you can use it like a little mini greenhouse, especially when it starts to frost. So I've been saving these because if I do plant my plants, I don't want to happen what happened last year where a lot of my plants died. I'm going to be able to have little mini greenhouses for my little tomato plants. And then you could also take an egg carton and use the things, and then you can cut them out when you're ready to plant, and then you can just stick this right in the ground and it'll still plant. It's kind of like these.
I can't do this anymore.
All right, you can go wash your hands and be done. And so what I'm actually going to do is my corn usually ends up getting stolen from squirrels and rabbits and stuff like that. So I'm going to start my corn indoors. Not today, once it gets closer, because corn germination doesn't take quite as long. So I'm going to plant, since my corn tends to get stolen by those animals, I'm going to germinate them indoors and then plant them out, so that way they don't look like a little snack that I just placed out there for them. And hopefully that will help. I did do this my first year of planting corn here.
Mommy, there's no eggs in there.
I know that, buddy. And I also saw that you can get these for like 39 cents at the farm store. So if you have one of those local to you, you don't even have to worry about trying to hurry up and finish a bunch of eggs first. But yeah, so we're gonna plant them indoors and see if that helps not have them get eaten before they're before they're growing. And then I have a whole bunch of these that I have saved from last year's berry picking that we have at a local farm. And I can reuse these to use as pots as well, or even like my sour cream container. So if you can't find, because also those were really hard to find. I went to every store in my town that would possibly sell these, and it was the very last store that we went to that actually had the seed containers at the time. They may have gotten more in stock now, but who knows. So yeah, you may have a hard time finding them this year, and so you can just use what you have around your house. Just be super creative and you can get it done.
Like use blueberry containers and raspberry containers and strawberry containers and a whole bunch of berry containers.
Sure. And so yeah, you can just find what you have, be creative, use leftovers, and then you can recycle them once you're done.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see how far they've come. So, whoops.
I've already gotten almost done. Me too.
No, you didn't.
You're not even close.
So, looks like they've got one tray pretty much all the way filled. And then we got this one whole tray, so I'm going to help them finish that, and then I'll show you how we get our seeds. All right, so we got the trays all filled, and so now we're going to be planting. I'm going to start with our peppers. So I'm going to open the packet.
I smell.
You can't really smell the seeds, buddy.
No.
Pour a whole bunch in my hand. Like that. And then we have it labeled here. You can't really tell, but that one says banana, jalapeno, and paprika. And so this section here is going to be the banana.
All banana over in this area.
Mm-hmm. And then
all jalapeno.
Mm-hmm. And then all paprika.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys can take a seed and make sure you put one in each little hole.
Okay.
Alright, now you can see that we got them all in there on top. And so what you do now is you just take your finger and poke it in a little bit and then pat it over. And it's about 1/4 an inch deep. Technically, it doesn't have to be super precise, but you know, just get them covered lightly. And
so they can grow easier.
Yeah, well, each seed will have its own depth. You can read so these are tomatoes. You can read the back. It'll tell you how far in the ground. See, it's 1/4 an inch deep. So it'll show you how much to do, and you know, just do it and get them covered.
Lightly.
And so now we're gonna do the other tray and the rest of our seeds and what we can do there. And again, we're just doing tomatoes, peppers, and watermelon today. And then we'll do corn another day. Oh,
we didn't do that one yet.
and I forgot to mention broccoli. We'll be doing broccoli too. It's just we already had broccoli seeds, so it wasn't technically in the seed haul, so I'll have to go down and get that. And then after we get all this done, I'll quickly show you where I put my seeds, because it's a little different than what it's a little different than what a lot of people do. So I will show you that, and you can see. That way you can be a little bit creative if you don't necessarily want to go out and buy super fancy equipment. All right, so we'll see you in that. All right, so I wanted to show you what we normally do for lighting our seeds. Is since I don't have the fancy seed starting lights or like the nice shelves with the hanging lights, this is actually a light that was left here. It's just the regular light that they use to light the closets, and I was like, I think I could actually use that to start my seeds. It is a 40, I don't know, I forget what they use for the long light bulb thingies. I forget what they're called. Well, this is 40. It should be around 70. As close to 70 as you can get is the best. Mine is not. The thing is, you just got to keep it super close to the light. This is actually even a little bit too far. I want it even closer. But let me show you what I do usually. So this is an ironing board. And then I just stack it up so I can get as close to the light as I possibly can. However, this year we moved some rooms around in our house, and so the room that is now our guest bedroom is like, it gets the most sunlight, and it pretty much turns into a sauna in there if you have the door closed. And like the sun just always shines in there, and it's super nice and warm, and there's this bright window. And so I'm thinking, I was just going to put the herbs, because I also mentioned that we did start the herbs too. Now, most of them, there's a few that, sorry, my arm was getting tired. Most of them we started. There's a few that say it's best to start outdoors in direct soil. So I'm going to wait on those ones, but most of them we did start now. And as I was laying them out, like I was sweating just being in that room, just putting them out and watering them there, because we watered them with some fertilizer too. These ones got watered with fertilizer. And what I normally do is I take this, I fill it up with some water and whatever fertilizer. I need to wash this one out. This one's old. With whatever fertilizer I want to use, and you can use any kind that you want. I usually do Miracle-Gro because it's what my dad grew up going with. I know a lot of people don't like them, but you can use whichever brand you would like, and you'll be good to go. So anyways, I will now show you what I'm talking about upstairs. Alright, so this is the setup I was talking about that's upstairs. So I just got a bunch of boxes up so that way we can put all the herbs on there. And then I put our kids' table here, and that way they can get light. I think it'll be much better here, much warmer, much sunnier and better, hopefully, if they're here. So I think I'm going to try this out this year instead of putting them in our basement. I also have my avocado. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this process. And oops, it's doing pretty good. Its roots developing nicely. But it was starting to get a little burned, so that's why I put it in the corner so it doesn't get quite as much direct sunlight, because that's how hot it gets in here. It was starting to burn the roots, even though they are in water over there. So I will keep you guys updated on this post. Not post. Okay. There we go, nice light. I will keep you guys updated on these plants and how the garden is going. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to stick around to see how I do, to see all the fun plants that I've got. I'm super excited about the strawberry spinach. So if you want to see how that does, and my reviews on that whenever it finally grows, stick around. So hit the subscribe button, the like button if you like this video, and leave a comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one. And also, sorry, I know I promised this would be a much shorter one, and it's not. Anyways, see you in the next one.